Previously, we discussed how our energy management systems, the graphics or the visualization, was primarily built by us to help us with the things that are important to us: the commissioning of the energy management system, the witnessing, and the service. And after doing all of that work, we stopped just short of providing a lot more value to make this energy management system, all the data we're collecting, more useful to people that are trying to diagnose energy efficiency problems and are trying to use it as a tool as they work towards achieving their energy efficiency rating. In today's video, I wanted to expand slightly on that idea and talk about how we do the exact same thing with BMS graphics. We'll build 200 graphic pages, spend hundreds of hours of engineering time, primarily to help us install and commission our BMS, present it to the client and the consultant at handover, and then maintenance for the next 15 years. What we don't do is we do not consider how our client, the facility manager or the building owner, intends to navigate through the BMS. What information and what pages are useful to them. We build graphic pages for what's important to us and not what's important to the end user. So in today's video, we're going to talk about one graphic page that can be dramatically improved. The very first page you come to, the BMS Home Page. What can we do to enhance the usability of that page and provide a lot more value to our client and show our client our value? The very first BMS graphic that we come to when we log into the BMS is the home page. It's got that nice little pretty picture of the building in the front, and it has a lot of buttons linking to all the other systems. And that's very useful for us because we can open that page up and then we can click on the chiller system, and then we can look at the chillers and the pumps and the bypass and the pressures and the temperatures, and we can sort of commission our BMS and we can do our servicing work for the BMS, our maintenance. And then we can click on the boiler page and the cooling tower page and the tenant condenser water page. And then we can click to each one of the 20 air handling units. We can look, are our valves working? Is the pressure control working? Is the temperature control working? Are we on economy cycle? So that's really great for us as part of our commissioning phase, our witnessing phase, and the next 15 or 20 years of maintenance. But that home page doesn't really provide a lot of value to the facility manager, because what they want to do is they want to sit down at their desk first thing in the morning with a cup of coffee and get a quick status check of their building, of the BMS. So it's not practical for them to go and click through all those pages. So to get a quick sanity check of the BMS or the building, they need to open the chiller page, the boiler page, the cooling tower page, the condenser water page, all the air handlers, some exhaust fans. So you open the page up, they have to look at it for about 15, 20 seconds. Yeah, it looks okay. Next one. And then if they want to get an idea of what the temperatures are, they've got to go and open up these buttons of 30 floors to see what the temperature is. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is there something major wrong somewhere? And usually a BMS floor plan is split into either 2 halves or 4 quarters. So at a minimum, the FM has to open 30 floors times 2 or times 4. And that is just completely impractical. They're not going to do that. So what we need to do is, this home page, we need a little button there that clicks to a second page, which we're going to call the overview page. The overview page is less beautiful. We don't need to have that picture on the front, which I think's a waste of space anyway. But so what we have now is there's a button called chiller system, and then next to it is just the 2 run statuses and the chiller supply and return temperature. Below that, a button called boiler system, the 2 or 3 boilers run status, flow and return temperatures. And then you've got 20 air handling units with the buttons, and next to it, supply fan status, return fan status, supply temperature, supply pressure. Like, you don't even need the heating and cooling valves in there, but you could fit them in there if there's enough space. And at the bottom, we might have our toilet exhaust fans and our car park exhaust fans. And on the other side, we've got these buttons for the 30 floors, and next to it, you bind in there the average temperature of the floor. So when the FM looks at that page, in 20 seconds, they've got a status of the whole building. Got some chill water, got some hot water, the tenant condenser water system is running, all the AHUs are running. Oh, that one AHU is not running, I better get onto that. Temperatures are okay, pressures, 150 pascals, 200 pascals, whatever it is, okay. Got our toilet exhausts, tick, and we've got some car park exhaust fans running. Temperatures are generally between 21 and 24 degrees Celsius. That temperature, that floor is a bit cold, but it's right above the car park where the cold concrete slab is. Yeah, that's probably it'll probably recover in an hour or so. Then what you can do then is, because the problem with that is that the temperature, the average temperature could be 22.5 degrees Celsius or 23 degrees Celsius. Looks really great, but you could have a 26 degrees Celsius over there, and over there. In summer and in winter, you could have a 17 over there and an 18 there. The average doesn't pick that up. So the next step to improve on that average temperature is to build the minimum temperature and the maximum temperature for each floor. That's really useful because now the FM can see the average temperature is really good across the 30 floors. I got some high zones here on the north facade as the sun's smashing through it here in the southern hemisphere, and I got one or two low temperatures down there, whatever it is. That provides a lot of value. That probably is going to be quite difficult for you to create that because you probably haven't built the minimum temperature and the maximum temperature for every floor. You might not even have built the average temperature in your construction phase. So the very first day you do this, just create the page, link it to the home page, and build all the main plant systems. You definitely have that information. If you have the average temperature, put them in there. And then all you do is, every time you come to do service, just build a couple more of them. It's a work in progress. It might take you 3 months to build all of those points. And that day, when you built that page, on the way out, you text message the FM or just tell them on the way out, hey, I built this overview page, go check it out. It's linked to the home page. It's got some of the data from the main systems, and you can see I've done one floor, the average, the min, and the max temperatures. I'm going to build those up over the next few months. That's really great because now the FM, who's paying you $50,000 a year to do preventative maintenance, walk around and look for broken things, now sees some value. It's a small thing really, but now the FM opens a page, oh, look at that, oh, I really like that. Now they can associate the cost of you being there to some sort of an improvement in the usability of the graphics. A few weeks ago, we did that video, we are destroying the building management system. Remember that one? And I think it was last week we did, our energy management systems, that we build them up, to provide, useful information to us for our commissioning, handover, and service. We don't go that extra step. And with graphics, it's the exact same thing. We do all this work, we build 200 graphic pages, we spend hundreds of hours working on this, and we just build something, the absolute bare minimum, that's going to help us get the job over the line. We don't go that extra step to provide really high value or make the graphics very usable to the end user, people outside of our group, our company. And I'm serious when I say to you that every single thing we do in the BMS, I'm not being negative, but seriously, we can do better. Alarms and trends, everything we can do better in. So even if during the heavy construction phase, when there isn't enough time for you to actually commission the BMS, how can you build all this extra stuff? I get that. At least when you go into service mode and you're in service and you're charging $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year to do maintenance, start improving all these things just gradually over a year or two. The client will really appreciate that, and they'll think that the money they're paying is translating into value to them. A few weeks ago, or maybe a few months ago, I watched this thing, right, a documentary thing, and this is what I have on my monitor. What more can I do? I've got to keep reminding myself that because we get stuck in the grind of what we do, putting out fires every day, hitting deadlines, deliverables and things, it's very easy for us to forget to stop doing that. So that's there. What more can I do? What more can I do? I'm writing a BMS specification. What more can I do? I'm reviewing a technical submission. What more can I do? I'm doing an independent review of a building management system for a client. What more can I do? In my BMS training business, what more can I do? I have a course, people do it. What more can I do? We need to all remember that. What more can we do? If you're a service technician and you're going to site, don't just go look for broken things. What more can you do? Can you improve the energy management system visualization from the other week? Can you improve the graphic? We can make improvements to every single graphic page, not just the home page and the overview page. There's a lot of opportunity there for us to impress our client. What more can you do?